I did these 4 things a little bit differently. It can really change how you do your hair, your makeup, and even fashion. The latest trend has been to... Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Krystal. Today I'll be talking about how I glowed up from this to this. In these photos, actually, I'm wearing the same exact dress. These are taken like 5 years apart from each other, and even my hairstyle is almost the same, but you can still see a lot of difference between these photos, right? I did these 4 things a little bit differently, and I'll give you actual tips that you can practice to glow up and be the next it girl. So my first tip for glowing up is to learn about skincare. And you might think you know enough about skincare, but you probably don't. In Korea, we have a saying that skin comes first and makeup comes second. And this is very evident in a lot of the celebrities' makeup. After I actually took some time to study how many steps of skincare I need to do and what kind of ingredients to use to target my skin concerns, my skin dramatically changed. In the past, I used to have a lot more acne, especially in my chin area. I remember like in college, I would just bump into my friend who would notice like, what happened to your chin? She's like, oh, I've never seen you breaking out. And then I used to be so like embarrassed about that. And while that's okay and that's totally normal, there is definitely a way and a routine that you can form to reduce or prevent acne. And while you don't need to be experts about like skincare ingredients, it is worthwhile to try and learn a few of them, such as Cica, which is good for soothing, vitamin C, which like evens out your skin tone and fades hyperpigmentation, and retinol, which really actively turns your skin cell over and like give you that baby glowing skin. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get a lot of tips and information coming from me. And while I'm not an expert, I spend a lot of time researching these so you can learn to better take care of your skin. My second tip for glowing up is to figure out your personal color. This has been a huge trend in Korea for a long time because it can really change how you do your hair, your makeup, and even fashion. Even though I haven't gotten a professional diagnosis, I've tried many different things on my face, and I self-diagnosed myself as a light spring. Before knowing my personal color, my hair had a lot of like yellow in it. I think I initially had like a different color, but it like kind of faded out over time and became really yellow, which made my face look very dull. And while some people might look good in it, I absolutely didn't. And after I dyed my hair to a darker brown color with a little bit of ash added to it, my face just like lightened up immediately, and even my hair texture looks much better for some reason. I also used to do a lot of like umyeong makeup in the past, and this is a popular makeup style that is adopted by the majority of Koreans. But I noticed after many failed attempts that I just simply don't look good in dark colors, like not even medium tone, which suits other people perfectly. If you see this, like I actually did it to make my eyes look bigger and like more noticeable, but it actually made my eyes look a lot smaller. So I minimized it and tried to focus on drawing a clear outliner with my waterline filled and adding some glitter and a lot of coral and light brown colors that suit my personal color. Even when it comes to clothing, I used to experiment a lot with like leather, burgundy, or even this like really warm autumn color, but it just seemed a little off and I just didn't quite like the vibe coming from the photos. So now I try to wear more white and a lot of pastel colors that has a lot of light in it. So I really recommend that you take a lot of photos, experiment with a lot of different colors to really identify your personal color. If you're unsure, a good starting point would be my shorts that I'll be linking up here. But this personal color trend is a little bit old in Korea now. We've shifted a lot to like body type analysis, and even more recently, the latest trend has been to identify your personal image, which describes your facial features, your aura, and your body balance to get recommendations on your style. And I'll actually be collaborating with another YouTube channel pretty soon to introduce this latest trend to you guys so that you can learn more about different types and how much impact it can have on your style. My third tip for glowing up is to do hair care. I don't know if you've ever watched a K-drama called Anna, where Susie's starring, and in that drama she says when she looks at other women, she observes their shoes and their hair. Hair care requires a lot of effort over time, and it's just something extra that you need to pay attention to. So a lot of people actually like push it down from their priority list. But let me just show you these photos. Before, my hair quality used to be really bad, and even back then I used treatment, I used conditioner, I'm pretty sure I did everything, but I was kind of doing it wrong. It always looked kind of like poof and very frizzy. I found some products like conditioners that really work like magic on my hair, and I also found a way to wash and dry my hair that can minimize the hair damage. So it's really worthwhile to invest in your hair texture because it can just change your impression and make you look more neat and presentable. The fourth and the final step of glowing up was changing my makeup style. So before, if you see my photo, I used to draw my eyebrows really arched. I think my eyebrows naturally kind of look like that. I also filled it like kind of dark and very evenly throughout. It almost looks like a drawing, but that's actually a bit natural. And actually in Korea these days, we don't do the straight thick brows anymore. Like that's way in the past. Now almost everyone does semi-arched brows, and that's making the lower part kind of straight. So that's what I've been doing wrong. I was like arching from the beginning and kind of arching the top parts, especially towards the end. So this kind of brow style really makes you look more elegant and trendy. And also don't like fill everything like too heavily like I used to. Now I even leave some parts empty on purpose to make it look more natural. And also in terms of lip makeup, I didn't really do the gradient lips in the past, and some people might look good in full lips. That's where you need to experiment. Now I almost always do gradient lips, and I use a lot more light colored lips that are mostly coral. After doing that, I started becoming much prettier, even though I technically aged from when I was in college. Styling is everything, guys. Finding the right makeup, hair, and fashion style for you can really change how you look. And also, don't forget about skincare. That's like the #1 thing. So that's all my tips for today. I hope they were helpful. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.